Hi, Pastor Ben Ingleson of Resurrection Lutheran Church, and this video will serve as an update on when we will be gathering back together in person for worship here at the church, and just a little bit about how we will do that. Here in the state of Illinois, we are currently in phase 3 of reopening, and during phase 3 we will not be having any worship here at the church. But when we move into phase 4, and from different articles that I'm reading and different news stories, it seems like moving into phase 4 could be a possibility in the near future. So when we move into phase 4, as a church, we will have 2 worship options. We will continue to make our worship videos. Those will be made available every Sunday. And when we move into phase 4, we will also have the option of a simple, brief, outside service here behind the church. So we will continue to make the worship videos. We continue to live with this coronavirus pandemic, and this virus, it affects each of us. Our risk level, each of our risk levels is different. Our comfort level with this virus is different. So as a church, we want to continue producing these worship videos for those of you who choose to stay home for worship. And also, let's be honest, the videos are going to be helpful for those Sundays in the summer when you can't be here at the church at a particular time, but you can worship when it works in your week. Plus, our worship videos, we've been able to share them with folks who might not normally be able to attend a worship service here in Shanahan. So they've been a nice outreach for us as well. So please continue sharing those videos, and please be assured that we will keep our videos going even as we start offering options to worship here at the church. So when we're in phase 4, in addition to the worship videos, we will offer a very simple outdoor service here. I'm sitting in a chair underneath these 2 big maple trees which provide ample shade, so it should be comfortable. The first Sunday we will possibly offer this service, assuming we're in phase 4 at that point, is Sunday, July 12th. We're still working out the times, so no time yet, but just July 12th will be the first Sunday. And we'll keep the service simple and short. Don't quote me on this exactly, but we'll probably be shooting for a service that's around 25 minutes long. And the goal is simply to be able to be together in a way that reduces the risk of transmission of the coronavirus. We still live with this reality, but that also balances that risk management with our desire to be together in the same place for worship. At this point, our plan is, the question arises, well, what if it rains on a Sunday, which it most certainly could. When the weather is not good, we will not have an in-person worship service here at the church on those Sundays, and the worship video, which we'll still be making, will be the primary means of worship that week. But at this point, our plan is not to move the service inside. From our understanding of the risk of transmission, once we move inside, the risk increases. As we've been noticing with our friends at the Catholic Church too, right, to be able to have a service inside requires a lot more steps, a lot more things to do to try to keep the risk down. So for the time being, we're gonna stick with an outdoor service. I recognize that as we continue to, I would say, probably shift as a group of people from complete risk avoidance more towards risk management when it comes to this virus, that for our worship service, when we gather here at the church, we will have an eye towards precaution and safety, and erring on the side of trying to reduce the possibility of transmission. So even if maybe your comfort level has shifted and you're opening back up, that when we come together for worship, we're still going to try to observe some of these best practices simply out of care for our friends in Christ who might be more vulnerable than you might be, or who might be feeling a bit more less comfortable with opening up than you might be. So when we're here at the church for in-person worship, even if your personal practice outside of church has become more open and gathering with more people, here at the church we'll try to do the best that we can, and we'll have more details coming forward about how we'll do these things, but we'll do our best to reduce the risk as much as we possibly can, because we certainly do not want to get any of our friends in Christ sick or be a source of outbreak here in our community. If you haven't yet had a chance to complete the 2-question survey that we've sent out, please do so. It's non-binding, no one's holding you to anything, but basically we're just trying to get a sense of how many in our congregation will be coming to the outdoor service, and that information will help us know how many service times we need to offer so that we can keep our crowd at, or I should say our congregation, at a safe level, as well as a level and an amount that's in accordance with the Phase 4 guidelines as well. So if you haven't yet done that, please do so. You'll find the link to that survey in the church's weekly emails and the emails that have gone out about our worship plans too. Thank you in advance, or thank you if you've already done it. We will be sharing more details with you about the worship service itself, but for the time being, we just wanted to make sure you knew our plan going forward to keep the videos going. We're going to keep those going kind of indefinitely, probably, in one form or another, and that July 12th could possibly be the first Sunday we will gather together here in person at the church for our simple outdoor service. This will be the plan we have for the time being. As the situation on the ground changes, as the virus situation changes, as risk levels change, we too will make adjustments to our worship plans. So please stay tuned, and we'll do the best that we can to keep you informed and safe, as well as balancing our desire to be church together and to worship together. And thank you. Thank you for being part of Resurrection Lutheran Church. Thank you for sharing the videos. Thank you for worshiping together with us during the videos. And thank you for keeping your church in your prayer, especially as we move into more unknowns. Phase 4, what life will be like. And please keep our plans in place too, and our trying to balance coming together in ways that are safe while also worshiping and functioning in new ways. So thank you for your prayers for that, and I do look forward to seeing you soon. I missed you very much. We haven't been together here at the church since March 8th, so I look forward to July 12th if that's the first Sunday that we can get together. Stay tuned. We'll keep you posted on when our first service will be and the time or times for those services.